Test fire! Woo! Yeah, man. YouTube, what's going on? If you're new here, my name is Roger. I own a company called QBO Tactical where we make holsters and gear and also film content for this channel. Man, oh man, that little intro you guys saw, did that get a lot of hate yesterday on Instagram. So I kind of want to talk about that video. I kind of want to talk about the WOT trigger, FRT trigger, and just kind of start this vlog off with some discussion. That way I can get you guys in the comments talking about what your thoughts are on the whole situation going on. And there was some new stuff posted today with FRT and their lawsuit going on with the ATF. Anyway, real quick, so the video, yesterday happened to be here at Ventura Munitions. You guys all know our buddy Mike, owner of Ventura Munitions, said, hey, we got some of the WOT triggers and you want to try one? So I brought down my 10.5 SBR, popped that thing in, shot literally like, I think I shot 10 rounds and you shot 5 rounds. So less than half a mag through the gun. And I brought my cool little Ray-Ban Story Facebook glasses with me and made a little video. Right away, all these comments started coming. It is funny though, because I did look at the statistics of it, and Mike, you pull those up for me. Got a lot of hate on them. Most of the comments on that video were patent infringement stuff. Why are you supporting these guys? All that stuff. You know, you should be supporting Rare Breed, which I know you guys on the channel, if you're watching this, you guys already know I've supported Rare Breed, and we'll go into that too as well. But, you know, talking about that, we had 30,984 people watch the video, 2,300 likes, 57 comments, which most of them were negative, and 388 people shared the video, and 220 people shared the video. So while the minority were pretty vocal in the comments, it seems like this silent majority enjoyed the video. And again, I tried out the trigger. I put 10 rounds through it, guys. So I have plans to review that trigger, as well as I believe the Graves Art trigger. They have one too. I want to review them all and see which one works best for you guys out there. However, we do run into the whole issue of patent infringement. And so that was my question when I started talking to Mike about the day. He's like, hey, we have some of these WOTs in. I was like, what's going on with that stuff? So he actually talked to his rep from WOT, and they kind of went over some stuff. Mike, if you kind of want to break it down, summarize it, on why they're stating this doesn't infringe on the patent.
Yeah, so they're saying that their patent is actually, they have more patent improvements, more working parts, more failure, like anti-failure fail-safes. The patent itself wasn't created by Rare Breed, and he goes into that whole like,
yeah, he bought it from Wolf, and then Graves had a different one, and versus like the spring versus the hammer versus spring versus the bolt. Like there's so many things that go into it versus just seeing a video and Rare Breed says, hey, they infringed my patent, and then WOT saying, no, we didn't. Like, I get that. We can all play the he said, she said game, but like, I'm not a patent attorney. I'm trying to understand this stuff. I've been on the forums for a few hours trying to read. And if you don't even know what I'm talking about, please look it up. In the way that the WOT works, I can tell you right now, just from shooting 10 rounds, it definitely functions differently. At the same time, like I dropped it in and it just worked, suppressed and unsuppressed. And for you guys out there that haven't seen our videos and are like, you should be supporting Rare Breed with their fight with the ATF, I did. I bought a trigger, completely just bought it, started promoting it, put it on YouTube, and then that trigger didn't work. I tried everything they said on their frequently asked questions about if it's, you know, what you should do if it's not working in regards to the spring, the buffer weight, all that stuff, did it. Suppressed, unsuppressed, different barrel lengths, did it. I spent like, what, 3 days on that? Yeah. 3 days with like 400 rounds. So then I said, screw it. Maybe it's just the faulty trigger. You know, I do happen to have that kind of luck where I buy something and it's messed up. So I bought another one. I emailed them. I got their automated response and said, hey, this is beyond those issues. Please let me know. I plan on filming a video. So I bought a second trigger, paid another, what, 400 something bucks. And then put that one in. And I still had to tweak it and play with it, but I did figure out the correct setting, which is that 10.5 ADM I have suppressed. It works perfectly. It did 1,000 rounds on that video. So I bought 2 triggers. I spent a couple $1,000s in ammunition and then produced the video. So I have no problem supporting Rare Breed. I commend them for their legal fight, even though I did read some other stuff about that legal fight that we'll talk about here in a second. Actually, you know what I was talking about now? I don't know if you heard about it. Like one of the guys commenting, and this was all in the interwebs. You know, Lawrence DeMonico's come forward saying he will pursue this civilly, but not risk criminally. So with that being, if they try to go the criminal route, I believe he's going to stop. So, and again, I don't know the whole story, guys, but from what I'm reading, it looks like that. And yeah, the guy's got a lot to lose. He does have a family, stuff like that. But I will say this, he is the only one that has, you know, said, you know, no to the ATF, and he started doing stuff. So that's why I jumped behind the trigger to begin with. That's why I bought 2 triggers. That's why I made the video. However, after making that video, putting all of my money, my time, my effort into the videos and reaching out to them, they did not respond to what happened with that first trigger. I also have 4 members in my Patreon group who purchased the trigger based on my review, and none of them work, and they did the same thing and tried them all, reached out, heard nothing. 2 of them actually just bought a second trigger, and then that one worked as well. So, you know, that just lead, hey, I'm a former cop. Those to me are clues that maybe that first batch that came out that we got was a faulty batch. Mike, didn't you purchased some and had some customers have issues, right?
Probably like almost half of them. They all came out. I mean, I don't know what they're not, you know, they're not lot numbers or anything like that. So I don't know when these ones were made versus the second shipment I had, but like, yeah, it literally seems like half the people we sold them to couldn't get them to work. And the same thing, reach out to their company. Crickets, I mean, I know that I'm sure they're busy as hell and they're cranking out as many as they can, but like.
And that's my other thing. Everybody's like, oh, they're so busy with lawsuits. Yes, guys, I get it. They have the pending lawsuit with the ATF. They have a lawsuit going on that they're going after the patent infringement stuff with wide open triggers. But my thing is this, man, like, you still have time. If you have time to make more triggers and take more people's money, in my opinion, you have time to have customer service to back your product and at least give back, especially like when people are going out of their way to spend thousands of dollars to produce content to support your brand. Like, you don't even get back to those guys. That's where I have an issue. Now, the WOT trigger, I dropped in that gun and it just worked. Now, maybe I got one that works and maybe some people will have some that don't. However, when you reach out, they get back to you and they have customer service and warranties that are backing up their product. Now, when it comes to the patent infringement stuff, again, I'm not a patent attorney. If one of you are, please talk about it in the comments. But from what I'm reading on the forums, there was one attorney that jumped in. Wasn't a patent attorney, but he jumped in on it and he had really good stuff to say about it. Was just that it would be nice if, you know, the Graves Art trigger, the wide open trigger, and Rare Breed, if they all pulled their money together, pulled their sales together, and did a collaboration, like the lawsuit going after the ATF. But, you know, WOT, they're saying they got 14 parts versus 10. They're saying that there's stuff for improvement on patents. We also know, like, even the owner of Rare Breed himself has said that the patent was purchased from Wolf Tactical, I believe. But then there's another one from Graves Tactical. So again, it's super confusing. But my thing is, I would like somebody from either company to just come forward and, you know, Rare Breed did such a great demo, a visual animation of how their mechanism works. However, it would be great if, you know, WOT or Art did the same thing, showing why it's different. So yeah, I hear you guys on the patent infringement stuff, but I think there's more to it before everybody just jumps in the comments with the hate. I shot 10 rounds out of a gun, guys. Wanted to try it out. I have several people that have asked me to try it out, and I had an opportunity to, so I did. I hope it doesn't infringe on the patent, because I do want to make a video on it, but if it does infringe on the patent, I have no interest in supporting that brand if it is, you know, stolen from another company. Do I think the idea is similar? Yes. However, if you guys shoot it, you'll feel a difference. It works right out of the box without having to do all of the different puzzle piece configurations of what you have to do your AR, and their customer support will respond to you. So I get it. And again, I'll show these stats, but it looks like while the minority of you wanted to be vocal about being angry about the patent, it looks like the silent majority wants a trigger that works. So I kind of wanted to just go into that, talk about that. You know, we've been waiting to hear back from WOT about why it doesn't infringe on the patent. So now I feel comfortable enough to make the video because they're giving actual terminology, and I'll explain it in the video that we do. But you know, for me to make these videos, like 1,000 rounds of 5.56 right now is like 600, 700 bucks. So that on top of the cost of the trigger. So anyway, you still have some in stock, right? Yeah,
I probably have at least like 60 left right now. But they are, honestly, they're moving fast. And I'm having people like buy them once, come back, buy more of them because they work. And that's the issue with, I will never carry the Rare Breeds at this point because got something else that works better.
Right.
And it's cheaper.
So, and then the other thing too is, right when I got here, AmmoLand released a story about, I guess, FRT, their request for an injunction. Again, if any of this is incorrect, please correct me down in the comments. But I guess it was I did watch his video from Lawrence, but I guess their injunction was denied in regards to saying that the ATF is hindering them from making a profit because he is an attorney and has other ways of access to fund for, you know, his lifestyle. But I guess a judge did order that he had to surrender the customer list.
Yeah.
You know, so we'll see how that's going and whether that's going to lead to like civil criminal issues or whatnot. But guys, like, all of this has to pan out. You know, everybody has jumping into wide open triggers saying you guys just straight up ripped off somebody. With how many triggers are out in the wild that they put out and the mass production that goes into it, I don't think this is something they just developed in a couple weeks. Like, to me, this seems like something with all the research, especially like learning how much Rare Breed had to go into the development of the FRT. I feel like WOT would have had to done the same thing. Again, they do have 4 more parts with it. You know, first thing with the Gen 1s on the FRT was the spring issue. Yeah. So I know that the WOT is using like some type of like...
It's like a captured system or something like that.
Yeah, some type of like bar with a spring so that it's more reinforced. But right off the bat, just from the 10 rounds I shot, 5 rounds he shot, like we could see that you're able to shoot just semi-auto easier. In addition to that, it's a consistent cycle rate, cyclic rate.
Speed is crazy.
Yeah, it's super fast and it's consistent. Whereas if you watch my Rare Breed video, like depending on the pressure, it did speed up. But guys, I'm not at all saying don't go support Rare Breed. I'm just telling you my experience with them. I still am supporting them. I bought the triggers, I made the videos, I still have the video up, and I'm sure people are buying triggers from that video. But my experience was they never got back to me in regards to the first trigger after I did everything they said to do. Like, to do all the stuff they said to do, it cost me another $400 in ammo to run through all those things, the time to go out to the range and continually do it, switching out all the buffers and the springs. It was a pain in the ass, but I did it because if I do it once, then you guys at home will see, hey, well, this configuration, I know Roger got it to work, so I should just run the same or similar. So anyway, that's our spiel on it, guys. You know, in the comments down below, let us know what your thoughts. I would definitely think, you know, obviously it's the internet. I don't know what I expected in regards to like people being positive. But jumping in there with that kind of stuff versus actually like researching the product, I wouldn't just go and shoot something or just grab something and take a look at it and show it to you guys without looking a little bit into it. Like, you asked me about the WOT, what, 2-3 months ago? Mm-hmm. You know, and my first response was like, I want to know what's going on with the patent infringement stuff. And you know, the reason being, I have a lot of guys that copy my exact holster designs, and I've talked to those guys and they really just don't give a shit. So I understand the frustration. But if it's a different product, by all means, I can't really do anything. The guys that I'm talking about, it's Kydex. It's a whole other topic, but Kydex holsters are Kydex holsters. I get that. But when you're literally copying my designs and then to the point where like people are like, hey, is this your holster or somebody else's? Because they're claiming it's theirs. That shit's where I have an issue. That's a whole different topic. But anyway, I do understand the frustration on Rare Breed's part. However, if WOT isn't violating the patent and has put out a cheaper and better product, you can't be mad at that either. So again, only time will tell. We won't know until everything pans out and we hear from a court. And I mean, that's pretty much...
Yeah, they're throwing their weight behind the fact that it's not an infringement. And they I mean, obviously have done their research. And so, yeah, we'll see. But it might take a court case to find that out. But
you know, and if we make the video and it turns out they did violate the patent, then we'll update the video. Yeah. But at the same time, if we don't make the video and we find out a year later, like, no, there was no patent infringement whatsoever. Yeah. Well, then, you know, for us, that's like time wasted that we could have had, you know, this content done and put out. So that's where I'm kind of sitting at with it. Like, we just heard back from the WOT guy today because, you know, after shooting it, I was like, cool. I feel and see how it's different in that it works right off the bat. You don't have to do all these modifications. However, I want an actual explanation that I can give to our audience in regards to it. So now that we have that, you know, I'm going to look into putting out a full video and talking about this stuff again. So Mike, thank you. I appreciate you reaching out to them and figuring it out for us. I did want to make this for you guys real quick. I just got done test firing something really cool we're going to put on the channel with that Strybog setup. So I'll show you a little clip of it right here. A3 tactical lower, Landtech trigger on the Strybog upper. It's mag dumping. Here we go. Test fire! But anyway, guys, I'm gonna head back to the house, gotta laser some mags, and then yeah, I'll see you later this week. What's going on, guys? It is now Thursday, back at the house here. Real quick, that conversation Mike and I had about Rare Breed and WOT, let us know your honest thoughts down below. Do you guys want to see the WOT trigger here on the channel? Do you guys what are your thoughts on it? I want to hear different perspectives on it, whether you agree, disagree. Just I want to have like an open conversation, discussion down below in the comments. Respectful, of course. But yeah, let us know what you think. Anyway, we are here back at the house. I want to show you guys a couple things. Check this out. Tiger stripe, anybody? So, oops, sorry. Right here, this is a lasered tiger stripe PMag. Sorry if it's kind of noisy in here. I got all this ventilation running. Speaking of that, so a lot of people have been asking about the laser setup. Here is laser 1, here is laser 2, there is laser 3. Full-on ventilation system, big 8-inch fans. Does it all for us. It's pretty awesome. We got this set up. But we are making the Desert Rhodesian mags. We have some Desert Tiger Stripe mags like I was just showing you here. Worked out all of the programming, figured out the Tiger Stripe today, made my own vector of it, made my own camo of it, and got it on these PMags. Stuff we're trying to bring to market for you guys because they are doing really well. And it's cool to have your own like coloring on the magazine, but actually lasered in, so it's not like a paint or a coat. So that's what I've been working on. We have a new, Des has got a new assistant, and so she actually only works till 3, but after 3 she stays and does her like overtime making some of these mags for you guys. So as you can see here, all the 3D printed wings, all the 3D printers. And yeah, business is as usual here at QVO. Still on the house hunt. So any of you guys live locally here in Vegas, got a house for sale that's got either a basement or a huge like workshop area on a half acre or more, let me know. But other than that, guys, I just wanted to share this stuff about that trigger. Again, let me know in the comments below if you guys want to see it here on the channel. And then I'm going to get some more mag patterns done. And then I have my next video. I'm actually going to make it on this right here. Woo! That's clean. 693, baby! 693 coming up. 1 in the 1, 2 in the 2, 3 in the 3, 1 in the 1. 693, you got that nice and clear? You can see it? So yeah, that was me shooting the 3/7 drill from Tier 1. I was actually able to complete it cleanly on my 6th run. I actually printed out like 30 sheets. I thought it was going to take longer. But I'm going to make a video on doing that and then the steps and the things that I did in order to prep myself to be able to do it. In addition to that, a lot of stuff that I learned from that drill, and how you break it down, and just put it out there for you guys to get that challenge coin from the guys over at Tier 1 and see if you guys like it. I think it'll be cool. It'll be a little a different kind of video than our normal review stuff. It'll actually be me pushing my standards and running guns from concealment. So anyway, guys, I appreciate checking out the video as always. Make sure you get your discount code. For those new to the channel, these codes that you saw throughout this entire video, it is first come, first serve. So the first person to use that code gets a 20% discount on a custom holster. Don't worry though, if you subscribe and turn on notifications, I do this every week. So if you like the video, give us a thumbs up down below. That does help out the channel. If you are new here, like I just said, subscribe to the channel. We appreciate it, and we post 2 videos every week. If you really want to support the content, check out that Patreon link down below. Our Patreon squad, they're a huge reason why I keep making these videos. They get first access to new content, new gear, special discount codes. In addition to that, you can pick up some merch from QVO Apparel, or the Axel earbuds that I wear are linked down below. Will get you 35% off. Thanks guys for watching. As always, I will see you in the next one.